Thank you for joining us. Welcome to LumioseStation.
Hey guys, ThunderWolf here, and welcome to a competitive Gen 6 Wi-Fi battle I had with James. So, going through my battle videos, I saw that he had a pretty cool team, you know, some unusual Pokemon, Crobat, Chestnut, the Abomasnow, so I decided I'd check the battle out. And actually watching the video, it was a pretty good battle. So, I wanted to commentate over it and upload it up to YouTube. So, now talking about the teams, you know, James has 3 possible Megas, the Scizor, the Garchomp, or the Abomasnow, which you could definitely rule out the Garchomp being the Mega, because Garchomp Mega is really only viable on a Sandstorm team, so I could decide that that's not Mega right away. But then it's Scizor or Abomasnow, and you know, nobody really uses Abomasnow, so Abomasnow probably would have to be the Mega, but you know, Scizor is really good too. And then going over to my team, you know, we have the standard lead Galvantula, and then we have another weird Pokemon. We have the Porygon Z, which as far as I know nobody really uses, and then my obvious Mega Blastoise. So anyway, let's get straight into the battle, shall we? He's going to start off with his Crobat Batwoman, shiny Crobat actually, and I start off with my shiny Galvantula, obvious lead. Okay, so first here, usually I'd go for the Sticky Web, but I wanted to get rid of Batwoman right away, so I actually went for Discharge, which wasn't a great idea because he actually went for the U-turn, and he is Life Orb, which I did not see coming. So he's actually going to switch into his Terrakion here, and the Discharge is not going to do damage to him. But, luckily, I do get the paralysis off on him, which is really nice. So now, I'm definitely going to go first, so I play the Sticky Web. And right here, he's actually going to kill me by using the Earthquake. Obvious, but you know what? Galvantula's a suicide lead anyway, just meant to get the Sticky Webs out. Okay, so right here, I go into one of my favorite Pokemon, Aegislash here, a shiny Aegislash Bloodstain. Got the Air Balloon, protect against that Earthquake, and I actually go for the King Shield here to protect from whatever he'd have coming, probably the Scout, and he actually switches into his shiny Garchomp. So I failed the King Shield, of course. So I go for the Swords Dance, hoping to get my attack up and get rid of Garchomp as fast as possible. He goes for the Crunch, doesn't do too much damage, but he does get the defense drop, which is not good for me, as you'll see in a second. So I get the attack, and then I go for another King Shield, thinking he's going to Crunch, but he switches back into Terrakion, which is not very good. So now I'm like, oh crap, I might as well just get rid of Terrakion. I got the attack boost, so I'm going to go for it. And right here, I go for the Shadow Sneak, which sadly doesn't actually KO him. He gets really close though. He has about 5-10% left after this. So it did decent damage, but my Air Balloon's also gone, so he kills me with Earthquake. Alright, so now I switch into another weirdish Pokemon. Some people use it, most people don't. So I come into my Crocodile and I go for Crunch. Nice, easy, quick damage. And I KO the Terrakion. And I get the Moxie boost, as you'll see right here. This is why I love Crocodile. The Moxie, it's got a pretty good type. I like it. So he goes into his ultra defensive Chestnut, which, as you'll see, is a stall and really irritating. So I know I'm not going to do much damage to it with my standard move, so I go for Outrage, try to get as much as possible, and I actually do about 25% there, which is nice. He has the Rocky Helmet, so I'm going to take damage, and I avoid the Leech Seed, which is awesome. So I'm trapped in the Outrage, so I go for that again, and he goes for the Leech Seed one more time, and he actually gets it off right here, which is not very good, because I do have a pretty good amount of HP that he could suck from me, so he's going to get healed a pretty good amount. See, about 5-10% there, and he goes for the Spiky Shield because I am trapped in Outrage, and I take a crap ton of damage here. As you'll see, That's a pretty good amount of damage, and I do get confused, but good thing I have my Lumberry, hands your Lumberry, you know, snap out of that confusion, and I take some more Leech Seed damage, which kind of sucks, and right here, he goes back into the green health, and I go for Crunch, hoping to get some, maybe a crit, flinch, you know, easy damage off on him, which it actually does, like, no damage. So right now, I know Crocodile's going down. He goes for the late game spikes, which is kind of dangerous, but he knows he's going to get rid of Crocodile no matter what. So right here, I go for, well, as you'll see, I'll go for the Outrage, try to do it as much damage as possible, because I know Crocodile's going down no matter what. So I get him into the red, and I die to the Rocky Helmet. And right here, he's going to put down his second layer of spikes, which is very dangerous for me now. Switching into anything is going to take a lot of damage. So I actually sent in Twitch the Porygon Z, one of the best members of my team. It's got the download, the choice specs, and I actually do get the special attack boost here, and I go for the Stab Tri-Attack Choice Spec Amazing Attack of Doom, which obviously takes it out. He goes into a Scizor. Now I know what you're thinking. Scizor, Steel type, super defensive, not going to take that much damage from a normal type move, but Twitch is so good that Tri-Attack actually goes and does about 80-90% damage there. So that was awesome. And he goes for the U-turn. Thankfully, I survive it with 2 health. So I'm thinking, oh yes, I can take out anything that he comes into. And he comes into his Abomasnow. Shiny Abomasnow. Looking at it now, I think his whole team's shiny. But anyway, this does bring the Hail. So the Hail is going to go and kill my Porygon Z, which kind of sucks. Otherwise, I would have taken that Abomasnow out immediately. So Twitch goes down, and I bring in my Blastoise Shell Shocked. Blastoise is an awesome Mega. I don't know, it's pretty good. So anyway, I go for the Mega Evolution, as you would expect, and just to make sure I get rid of this Abomasnow, I actually go for my Dragon Pulse. With the Mega Launcher, it has about 140 base power, and I only do 50% to it. And he gets the crit Wood Hammer, which takes me out, and he does damage to himself, which was nice, but didn't take him out. So I send in my Pokey, which I believe is my last Pokemon, and spikes its damage, and he actually Mega Evolves, which, you know, in my mind I'm like, why did he wait so long to do this? But I don't know, maybe he just didn't click the button, forgot to click the button on the first time. So anyway, I go for the Psychic, barely taking it out. So goodbye. You wasted a turn with your Mega. I take the hail damage there, and he comes into, I believe he comes into his Batwoman here. Yes, he does. So he comes in the Batwoman, and he uses Defog. So he gets rid of the sticky webs and everything else. So, first of all, I wasn't expecting the Defog. I didn't know that was a thing. Anyway, I go for the Ice Beam, and it didn't take him out, which is really weird. You know, you'd think it would take him out. Stab, super effective, you know, but probably bulky. Bulky Crobat. And right here, he actually goes for the Brave Bird. Didn't see that coming, actually. I don't really face Crobats much, so I didn't know what to expect. He kills himself with the recoil, though, which is amazing, you know. And he comes into his Scizor here. Hail stops, and I do the leftovers stuff, and I'm getting ahead of myself because the Scizor comes in and it doesn't come in yet. Here we go. Here's the Scizor. So anyway, he brings in a Scizor. He's in red, so I'm like, okay, if I could survive the next move. But of course, I don't survive. Super effective, and that's game, sadly. But it was a very good match, one of the better ones I've had in the past couple weeks. So yeah, I thought I'd just upload that for you guys. And thank you to LumioStation for uploading this and supporting me. It means a lot, and hopefully everyone out there enjoyed. So thank you, and have a great rest of the day.